Hey, what's going on, guys? So we'll be taking a look at this Easybulb Plus. So this is a light bulb that you essentially control from your smartphone, and I'm pretty sure they sell both a white and a color version, but this is of course the color version. And basically what you do with this light bulb is you can, you control it from your phone, and you can change the color, you can dim it, do all this fancy stuff, which is super cool. And you can of course connect a bunch of light bulbs together, and then you still control them all with your phone. And yeah, so this is the actual box the light bulb comes in, and then this is the Wi-Fi controller, which is sold separately. It's a little annoying this is sold separately, so to actually control the bulbs from your phone, you have to buy this Wi-Fi controller, which is a little expensive for what it is. It'd be nice if it was just kind of built into the light bulb, or if like they automatically included a Wi-Fi controller, but for some reason you will have to purchase a Wi-Fi controller separately if you wish to use your phone. An alternative to using your phone is this RGB remote, and you can buy that separately as well, but it's a lot cheaper than the Wi-Fi controller, I believe, so it's up to you, I guess. I think it's really cool being able to control the bulbs from your phone, but unfortunately you will have to buy a separate accessory in order to be able to do that. So this is the actual bulb itself. It's nothing too special. They do sell multiple different kinds. This is the E27 socket, and it's like the flat top Easybulb Plus or something like that, but they do sell multiple different kinds. So if you want to have a different shaped bulb or something like that, a different style of bulb, it's like the same technology. The Easybulb technology means it can be controlled by your phone or the Wi-Fi remote or whatever, but the actual bulb comes in many shapes and sizes. So if you like have a light that takes a really odd bulb type, there's a chance they'll have it, but found that they didn't have all that many different sizes and shapes and whatnot, but they do have more than just this one flat bulb, which is nice. The other piece here is this Wi-Fi controller, which I showed you already that you do have to buy separately, which is a little annoying, but at the same time, if you don't want to use your phone, it's nice to not have to be paying money for this Wi-Fi controller, I guess. But right now I just have it connected to this little power bank here. You do just connect it via micro USB. This isn't a very long-term solution because the power bank will die, but you do have to leave this connected whenever you wish to use your Easybulb, so you will probably want to plug this into like a wall or a PC or something like that that's constantly powered on, so this will stay on, and then you'll have access to your Easybulb, which is of course a good thing. But yeah, this really is fairly expensive for what it is. Like I said, it just lets you control your Easybulbs from your phone, but it's incredibly cheap. Like it's like one of the lightest things of this size I've ever felt. It's like about the size of a deck of cards, but it weighs just about nothing. You can tell it's really cheap plastic, and there's like a single little tiny thing in there. So I feel like it could also be a lot smaller, I don't know. So to get started with this product, you have to download the Easybulb app, which I'll show you in a second. And once you download the app, you press like get started, and then it'll go through all this setup, and it'll tell you exactly what to do, which is very nice and convenient. It's not like you have to guess what to do, because it would be fairly complicated setup, I guess, if it didn't give you instructions, but it literally tells you, it's like start, it's like plug this in. You're like, okay, and it's like exit the app, join the Easybulb Wi-Fi network. Then you go back to the app, it recognizes it, you link the Easybulb to your Wi-Fi network, you go join your Wi-Fi network back, and then you're all good. That's of course all through this internet remote control thing here. So I found that if you unplug this, then you do have to like reset it and do the entire process over again. So that was the one thing I had. I switched to where the Easybulb was, so I unplugged both of these things, and when I did that, I had to hold down this reset button for 3 seconds and delete the Easybulb app and download it and do all this stuff again, which was a little irritating, but at the same time, it's not a huge deal. So I'll go ahead and show you guys the app now, which is probably one of the weaker parts of this whole setup here. The app is okay, but it's really not all that good. It's lacking some features, which I'll kind of show you here. So it says looking for your Easybulb, and now it is connected, which is funny because it's right here. So it is connected to the Wi-Fi controller, not actually connected to the Easybulb. So this app connects to the Wi-Fi controller, and the Wi-Fi controller connects to the bulb. So I'll go ahead and plug the bulb in as well to show you what the app does. So we'll just try to screw this in here, and then you can see that the Easybulb turns on. And yeah, so theoretically, if we push this button here, the Easybulb should turn off. So there we go. You can turn it on, off, and it does that. One thing I have noticed is a little annoying is there's about a second delay in between controls on the app and controls on the Easybulb. So you push a button, and then that happens about a second later, as you can see. So you push on. That on is better, but if you push off, okay, there we go. It's getting a little better, but we'll go ahead and turn it on now. And you can change the colors like this, which is one of the cooler features about this. I think if you had an entire room full of these bulbs, it'd be very cool. One bulb isn't really that cool. I mean, it's cool of course, but if you have like an entire room full of these bulbs or something, you can control them all from the app. It'd be very cool. So it's not like you have to have one app per Easybulb or anything like that. You can set up a bunch of Easybulbs on here. I don't know if there's a limit or anything like that, but you can set up a bunch, and then you can just change the colors of an entire room if they all have this exact same bulb, which is super cool. So you can see we can cycle through the colors here, and if I stop, so if I go really fast and stop, Okay, never mind, it's getting better. Maybe it's because I'm really, really close to the Wi-Fi controller, but if you are somewhat far away from the Wi-Fi controller, even like 10 feet away, then when you do this, it will like, okay, I don't know why it turned off there. We'll wait for the Easybulb to turn back on, turn it on. All right, but if you're like 10 feet away from the Wi-Fi controller and you do this, and then you let go, for like another 6 seconds, it will be changing colors, which is a little annoying that there's a delay because, I don't know, if you're trying to impress your friends or whatever and you're like, hey guys, I can control the lights from my phone, you push a button, and then the lights don't turn off for like 3 seconds. It's a little annoying, but again, not that big of a deal. So of course, the light is dimmable as well. You can push this little button here and the light will go back to white, like that. It's not white, it's more like a yellowy, but yeah, and then you can dim the light like this. I'll leave it at a dimmer setting for probably the remainder of the video, but yeah. So we can change the colors here like this. You can turn it off and on, and then you can dim it like this. One thing that I have noticed, it's a little weird, is if you're playing music through a Bluetooth device or something like that, and you go to control the lights in your room, the music pauses. I don't know why that is, because it doesn't, like, I mean, it connects using Wi-Fi, but I don't think it connects using Bluetooth, so there's not really any reason it should pause your music. So I found that a little irritating. So if you're like playing music through here or something like that, and then you go into this, it'll pause the music, and then you have to go like this and press play again to play the music, which is a little annoying. But if you're having a party or something like this with his lights, and you're like, hey, let's change the color of the lights or whatever, and it pauses the music, it's going to be kind of disruptive. So it'd be nice if it didn't interfere with the music playing and stuff like that on your phone, which is pretty weird that it does, but at the same time, it's not a huge deal, I guess, because you can just kind of go like this and play the music again, and then, yeah. One thing I also have noticed, as you can see, is looking for Easybulb. It takes a while to find it, so like even if you go like this and go back, the app refreshes and then it says looking for Easybulb, and it takes like 10 seconds, which is a little annoying. But at the same time, if you go like this and go like this, you can still change things while it's looking for Easybulb. So that's just kind of the things that's a little weird about the app. It's not a perfect app, unfortunately. We also have some more settings on here, one of them being music. I have basically no idea what this does. I would assume there's like a microphone on your phone or on here or something, and it changes it based on music or something like that. And that's why I found out about the playing music, because I tried playing music through a stereo system while the Easybulb was connected and pressed the music button. It didn't change at all. Like changing to the music, it didn't do anything. So I don't really know what the music button does, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to react to music. However, I really didn't find that it actually does that. Maybe me talking is changing the color right now. I don't really know how that works, but yeah. The other mode here is called mood. I don't really know what this does either. I guess it maybe just does this and just changes colors rapidly, but I found that it does a bunch of different things. Like one time it caused the light to start like flashing, and I don't know. It does a bunch of weird things, but I guess maybe it's just cycling through the colors now, which is the most normal thing I've seen the mood button do. But again, it's like this consistency is what I'm talking about with the app. It just kind of doesn't work as well as I think it should. Another thing that I think is actually really cool is called the sleep mode. You can set the sleep mode here, and if you set like 2 minutes, I believe it just starts dimming the light. So I don't think it either, yeah, I can't remember. It might just turn off after 2 minutes, but I'm pretty sure it like dims it down because it's like you're going to sleep. So if you set it for 30 minutes, it'll dim a certain amount for each second or minute or whatever. And then after 30 minutes, the light will be off, and then you will be asleep. So it's super nice. If anyone can fall asleep in 2 minutes, that's cool. But I guess if you, yeah, I don't know when you would use the 2 minute function, but it is nice that you can just push a button and now the lights turn off 2 minutes later, which is super cool. Another thing that's nice is the timer. If you set a timer here, I'm not entirely sure how the timers work, but you can set it on and off, and then set when the timer repeats. It doesn't say repeat every day, which is annoying. I think there should be a feature for that. I'm not entirely sure how the timers work, unfortunately. I tried using one earlier, and it's a little confusing, and at the same time, it's just, I feel like it could be better done. This is still a work in progress, I believe, but at the same time, I think the app could be, just like I said, just a little bit better. Another feature we have here is called phone call alerts. It activates your Easybulbs whenever you get a phone call. So say you're in the room with a bunch of Easybulbs and you get a phone call, the Easybulbs will start flashing and it'll let you know that you're getting a phone call. It sounds a little terrifying because I feel like you could just kind of look at your phone and know that you're getting a phone call, but at the same time, it is pretty cool that your Easybulbs can actually tell you when you're getting a phone call. As you can see, the 2 minutes is up here, so it does dim down. It doesn't just turn off. Like, I mean, it does turn off after 2 minutes, but it starts at a certain level and it just dims down. And unfortunately, it doesn't like constantly dim. It dims down in like levels, so it has like a set level of a minute or whatever. And because it was already at the dimmest setting, it only changed a little bit. So weird that the sleep mode can dim it further than you actually can. But yeah, that's basically what the sleep mode does, which is cool. This feature here is called the voice feature, and it says that you can like use voice commands to control your Easybulbs, but I found that it either doesn't work or is just totally pointless. So not something I'd really recommend using. You can just say like Easybulb off, Easybulb on. I found that it didn't work at all whenever I tried it, so I'm not sure what that's all about. But you can go here and you can set groups of things. For some reason it says buy TV up here. I think I named that at some point, but you can't change the name of whatever that is, which is annoying. But yeah, so I don't know why that is there. But anyway, you can change all of your color bulbs and white bulbs. So let's say you have multiple Easybulbs, which is what the groups are for. You can turn all the Easybulbs off in your room and press that button, and then it should theoretically turn them off. Maybe not. And so if you have multiple kind of Easybulbs, you can turn all the white bulbs off by pressing that button, all the white bulbs on by pressing that button, and same with color bulbs. So this is a color bulb, so it is categorized under color bulbs, of course, and you can turn them all on or off, which is super cool. You can also create your own groups like this, and you're going to be like, hey, I want to add a color bulb, and then you can change it to color group 1, 2, 4, or you can select your own. And then, yeah, so you can make your own group. So say you have multiple rooms in your house or something like that with Easybulbs, you can have a bunch of different rooms, and then you can simply control all the lights in that room with the push of a button, which is super cool. So if you're interested in some specifications and whatnot, this is a 9-watt light bulb, and the color temperature at the top here is 2700K to 3200K. So if you're interested in that, there it is. Theoretically you can get a whiter one, but I'm not entirely sure about that, but I would assume you can because there's a mark on the box for it. But yeah, the last thing I was going to talk about is just the kind of temperature of the light. This is basically if you're like having the light on for a while and you want to change the light or something like that. It's not all that hot, the actual glass part of it, but I found that this part does get pretty hot. It's kind of like a ceramic almost. And I found that if you do have it on for a while, this part gets hot because it's a light bulb. So it's not like a lot of LED light bulbs that stay super cool. This one does actually get fairly hot, but at the same time, it's a lot better than a lot of light bulbs. Thought I'd just kind of throw that in there, but yeah. Anyway, this has been my review of the Easybulb Plus. If you guys would like to purchase the product, of course, the link will be in the description, as it always is. If you guys enjoyed this review, a like rating is always appreciated. If you'd like to see more videos similar to this one, then feel free to subscribe. This has been Jordan for Jolt Reviews. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next review.